In this video, I'm going to break down how you as a running back is going to read inside zone, how to run it, terminology, rules, all of that to help you get the most yards out of next season. So if you're running back and you're looking to add maybe a couple hundred yards to next year just by learning the IQ of the game, learning the IQ of the running back position, I suggest you watch this full video. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at desireLess with your guy KJ, back here again as we help running backs elevate and dominate the competition. And today I'm going to do a quick inside zone breakdown so it's easy to understand for guys who maybe not understand what inside zone is, or they run it but they don't understand rules because, you know, the high school coach, they don't really know how to teach it either. All right, so I'm going to show you from a running back's perspective of what you should be looking at, your aiming points, everything like that. So if you're interested in that, like I said, keep watching this video. All right, and if you're a new person, you don't know who I am, I'm a guy, I obviously introduced myself twice, but I run this channel and I help running backs pretty much unlock their potential, teaching them the game mentally, physically, and coaching guys to become elite so they can take off next season. All right, so going over inside zone today. So we're gonna go over inside zone. First, you wanna understand, like, what is inside zone? So what is it? All right, so inside zone is obviously, all right, and this inside zone is really popular because it isn't a clear point of where you're going to. So there's an aiming point for the running back, but there isn't necessarily a hole. It's based off of what the defense gives you. It's based off leverage. There's usually 3 points of attack where the running back can hit it. Either can bounce it, bang it, or bend it, which we're going to go into later. But it's definitely just, it's versatile and it's very common. It fits a lot of personnel. Okay, so that's what the inside zone is in a sense. I'm not trying to go into too much detail, everything like that, but let's go into it as a running back. So when you're a running back and you want to understand how to perfect the inside zone, or how to understand inside zone, first we need to understand the basic O-line rules, because every run play starts with the line. And if you're just focused on what you have, then you're never be able to understand the full picture of the play. So let me bring some rules to you to understand. So as offensive linemen, their job is that they're step and play side laterally, step, play side, then they climb. All right. So that's pretty much the job. That these guys are, they're stepping play side and they're helping. Either they're helping a double team or they're climbing to those backers. So you need to understand inside zone. Okay, we're getting a little vertical, but they're going vertical. Let's say inside zone right. They're stepping right one step and they're getting vertical. Okay, but how do I know who's double teaming and who's not double teaming? Well, here's the go, because there's rules. So inside zone, basic 101. All right, there's 2 things. It's called covered and uncovered. So covered means that O-line has a player in his play side gap. Okay, so if we're going inside zone right and he has somebody either head up to him or to the right of him, head up to him or in his play side gap, that is considered covered. That guy is covered. So let me give you an example. All right, let's say we got, all right, let's say we have a tackle right here and we're talking about this guy, this guy right here, this guard. He is considered covered. Why? Because it's a player in this gap. Even if the guy was right here, even let's say if this guy was right here, he is still considered covered because he's head up or in his play side gap. So when you're covered, you block that guy pretty much. You block him. That is your man. They block that guy. So when you're in offensive lineman next time you're in inside zone and you're doing install, you're doing something like that, and you look at offensive lineman and you look at, okay, who's covering, who's not. If there's inside zone left and I see the offensive lineman has a guy in his gap or head up, understand that lineman is blocking him. Okay. And then next, I'm gonna read some of this. We have uncovered, which means they do not have a player in their gap. All right, so these guys don't have a player in their gap. So when we're talking about inside zone, we're doing inside zone left. And let's say this guy, he doesn't have nobody in his gap. Well, when they're uncovered, this is when these guys are going to be the double teamers. They're going to double team. Their job is to double team and then climb to the backers. As we mentioned, Whole point of inside zone is that we step laterally, then get vertical to the backers, and then vertical we climb up. That's what inside zone is. We step, double teams, climb up. So these guys are going to be the guys who are climbing up to the linebackers, and it all depends on what the defensive front is giving you. They're giving you an over front, an under front, a bare front. Like that all determines who's climbing and who's not, and also the mic point, all of that. So it's not going to be the same every time. Understand that's running back. So this is when you need to understand these rules. Understand, okay, I'm reading this. All right, how's this going to hit? Okay, my guard is covered, but my tackle is uncovered. Okay, I know that's a double team right there. They're climbing to that Sam. Okay, my center, he's covered, but somebody else isn't covered. Well, guess what? Boom, you already kind of anticipate. That's how you start getting the anticipation. Understand, okay, well, it probably will be there, but we don't know for sure. All right, so let me show an example. Okay, so we're gonna draw out. I'm gonna draw a basic over front. So we got a tackle, edge, edge. So each one we're gonna go by and say who's covering this covered. So starting with this guy, we're going inside zone right. So we're going to the right. Inside zone right. This tackle, what is he? He is uncovered. So we're gonna go uncovered because he has nobody in his gap right here. He has nobody there. He has nobody there. All right, next one, we got the guard. He's covered. All right, so that's his man. He's stepping, he's blocking him. Center, what is he? He's uncovered. So what he's gonna do, he's probably either gonna help backside and then climb up to this back right here. All right, this guy, this guard, what is he? He has a player in this gap right here. He is covered. Another guard, our tackle, what is he? He's covered. Okay, so he has a player in his gap. So he's blocking this guy, and these guys are blocking this guy. All right, so this center and this backside tackle, depending if it's a read. Now, if it's a read, then he's probably climbing, but if it's man, then he's probably blocking this guy too. He's probably end up blocking this guy or sitting on the edge, depending if it's a tight end. I don't know. It depends on the scheme. If it's a read guy, then he's climbing. But understand, all right, boom. Now they're working this double team. This guard and this center, and he's climbing to this backer where usually it'll be, let's say, so we go Mike, we go put the wheel on the 30, then we have like some type of Sam out here. Okay, so now we can put tight end too. All right, so right here, I added tight end just because we got a 6-man box. No, 7-man box. I added tight end. So now this guy right here, all right, boom, he's covered. He's taking his end. This tight end, since he has nobody, he's uncovered. He's going to help with this end, and then he's going to climb to this Sam. All right, this guard is taking this tackle. This backside guard and center are double teaming this one technique, and they're climbing to the mic. And guess what? If this is a read, then this backside tackle is climbing to this wheel. And just like that, as a running back, that's how it is going to be. So understanding covered and uncovered. So that's the first thing, understanding that. So as a running back, okay, we understand what the offensive line is and what they're doing. Now it's time to talk about what are we doing as running back? What is our goals? All right, so running back, you have a job. First, you have your aiming point. So your aiming point is going to be play side, usually play side A gap. All right, aiming point is going to be play side A gap. So your aiming point is going to be play side A gap. That's just where your aiming point. That doesn't mean that's where you're going. All right, you're going to be reading based off of what the defensive lineman is, and that's going to tell you where you're going to hit it. We're going to hit the hole. Okay, so usually you have 3 options to hit it. So you have what they call a bend, bang, and bounce. So bend. Let's start with bounce. We'll start with bounce. So bounce is when you're getting a ball and actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that first. Let's first talk about who we're gonna read first before we get to bend and bang. We'll get into that later. Who we're reading. So read. So as a running back, when you're running inside zone, you're gonna read the first player, the first defender, play side of the center. So what I mean by that is, let's draw this. Let's say we got a 1 technique right here, and we're going inside zone towards that 1 technique. If I'm a running back, this guy, let's say we got a 1 technique, we got an edge, we got a 3, and that's it. So as a running back, we're going inside zone to the right, and I'm getting that's my aiming point is A gap. This is my aiming point right here. My first read is the first defender, play side of the center. So play side is the right, we're gonna draw a line right here. Who is that first defender? Okay, that first defender is this 1 technique right here. he is the first defender we're going to read, and we're going to basically make our cuts off him, okay? And then the second person we're going to read is maybe we're going backside, we're counting backwards, and we're going to this tackle, okay? So we're reading down the line. So we start right here and we go to the next man in the line of scrimmage. So we go to the next man in the line of scrimmage, and that determines if we're going to cut back, if we're going to bend and bounce, okay? So we got that out the way. So now, as a running back, if you bounce it, that means you're coming right here. After you take your puncture step, you take a 1, 2, 3, you should have a good read. If this tackle, let's say this tackle crashes right here, he crashes A-gap, and now this guard pins him in. Well, as a running back, we're not going to run that A-gap, obviously, just because it's an aiming point, and we're going to run into it. We're going to press it, we're going to stay square, we're going to press it, and what we're going to do, we're going to go right here, and we're going to jump cut. Jump cut, and we're going to hit this B gap. Why? Because this tackle came in, he pinned him in, all that. So we couldn't go in there. We couldn't go in the A gap, and we bounced it pretty much. And that's pretty much called a bounce, when you go outside the aiming point. So the aiming point is A gap, but I take it play side B gap, and that is considered bounce. Now, if you want to give it a bang look, also, if you're a guy, I suggest watching this in like 1.5 or 2.0 playback speed, because it'll go much faster and you could turn a 15-minute video into 5-minute video. But let's say this one technique takes this gap right here, all right, and this guard is able to pin him out. Now when we're running, we're reading that first defender. This is our number 1. We're reading him. He's going outside. We understand. Oh, well, we can't, like last time, we can't jump cut back out. No, well, we got to hit in the A gap. Boom, and that's called a bang. Okay, and let's just say, for instance, for the bend, let's say this backside tackle, our number 2 we read, he feels this play side A. Let's say that this one technique plays play side B gap, and then this tackle to do some type of stunt, and he crashes play side A. Well, guess what? Here's our first read. Okay, we understand. Okay, we're going to hit A. But we look at our second read, and our second read takes that play side A gap away. So what do? We stay square, and we press it, and we jump cut backside. That's the great thing about zone, is that there's different points you can hit it. You don't have to hit it play side A. You don't have to hit it play side B. You can take it backside C if the play allows it. It's all about the read, and it's all about understanding the position and the IQ of the game as a running back. So if these guys stunt, and our 2 stunts, they all crash down, and you could jump cut backside. Boom. And that is called the bend read. Okay? So as a running back, you need to understand that, one, when you run an inside zone, you're reading the first defender play side to the center. That's going to be your 1. And then going down the line backside. So we're going inside zone left. I'm looking first defender down the line of scrimmage to the left. Okay, that's my 1. After that, my 2, my 3. That's all you're reading. That will tell you everything for inside zone. Now, obviously, you have to have feel for maybe a linebacker pressure, a blitz, stuff like that. But as a basic nuances as a running back, understand that. And then after that, you look at the O-line. Okay, who's covered and uncovered? All right, if you're covered, understand, okay, he's blocking that dude right there. Oh, uncovered? Okay, that's the guy who's going to double team. So I need to be careful as I'm reading these 1 and 2. Once I make my puncher cut, I make my hole, I need to understand, has those uncovered guys climbed to the backers yet? Because if they don't climb to the backers, any backer back here, and you just hit it right away, he's going to tackle you because he's not engaged yet. So that's why they say slow to fast through. Be slow and patient, because you want the O-line to do the work. Let the O-line take care of everything. Let them do all that, do this and that. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, I had to make sure my mic was on, bro. If my mic wasn't on, I'd been in 3 videos so far. I've been angry because I recorded yesterday and my mic wasn't on. But you gotta let them get engaged. So as a running back, okay, I already know my aiming point. I read the 1. Oh, okay, he's getting sunk inside, so I might bounce it. So bounce it don't mean just turn to run. That's not what it means. It means I'm pressing it, staying square, jump cutting it. I'm hitting that play side B gap. Now, okay, has those uncovered guys got to those backers yet? All right, so even if they haven't, we're gonna steal foot fire. We're gonna move up. We're gonna slowly press it. That's what they call press the hole. I'm running back. Get closer to the hole. All right, soon as these guys who are uncovered gets to those backers, then boom, we go and we score a touchdown, man. So hopefully I kind of broke down kind of the basics of inside zone. And obviously this is just the surface. If you're a guy, you want to know how to read it for your scheme and against different defenses and kind of the next level reads and how to, after you jump cut it, how to position yourself to score defenders off in open field, how to know which moves you're going to hit, all those next level stuff. Join our one-on-one coaching program called the Running Back Domination System, where we pretty much make running backs elite with physical running back specific training. We give you contact balance workout. We break down the position mentally, physically to turn you into a monster. All right, we kind of teach you the position from where you're at and kind of progress with you at your speed. Right here is just kind of a quick, real fast, just, hey, can I shove inside zone in 15 minutes? That's pretty much what it was. And there's a lot more that goes into the position, different schemes. Obviously, I got to break down the aiming points, and obviously watching film is different from just seeing on a whiteboard and seeing a lot of stuff move. So interested in that, you know, if you want to see if you qualify, because it's a selective program, try to see if you can sign up for RDS. Link that's in the description down below. We could book a call and see if, hey, it might be a good fit for you, or it might not. You might be a guy who not that serious right now. Okay, so interested in that, hit the link in the description down below. Hopefully that kind of helped running backs understand inside zone a little better, understanding who's your one, your two, and you're kind of reading back side, play side to the center, reading back, and understanding the offensive line, who's covered and uncovered. And I promise you, as a running back, if you understand just those three things, bang, bend, cover, uncover, and then who you're reading, it will make inside zone much easier. Next time you're running, you'll be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's your guy KJ. We'll catch you next time.